Hello. Welcome to Hollywood. Evening time. Weekend. Show you some regular neighborhood stuff that you might not see normally. Here we are. In a nice, normal Hollywood neighborhood. See what's up with all the compatriots. What's going on? Sopa. The temperature dropped enough so that it actually feels chilly, but that's probably just comparison with earlier today where it was 72, so I guess that's about 21, 22 Celsius, something like that. My agenda this evening, just a little connection with friends. One of you people is showing up, one of my favorites, so want to say hello and, get out here on an evening again. Don't know about the DJ situation. Let me see, wipe this off a little. Right. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's no DJ outside. They wouldn't allow that much noise in this neighborhood, I'm sure. It is, we're right by that corner of La Poubelle, and you see it's all residential from here going up into the hills. This is Danny Masterson's old street. This is right where Danny used to live. If you look up here, kind of a little past where that car with the lights is, was his house. So this is quick walking distance for him. It does look eerie, being from New York, where in New York City everything's so lit up. LA can feel really eerie because you get these dark spots where it's actually really dark. In Manhattan, it's not dark like anywhere. It's not dark in hardly any spot of Central Park even. But in LA, you could just walk down a street at night and you don't even see somebody that's really near you. And when you're used to that kind of city vibe of always seeing stuff, it's weird. If I had lived in the country, I'd probably be saying how bright it is here. But that is not the case. So, here we go. Back to the scenes of the crimes. But mainly, as you guys know, my focus is not so much on the whole La Poubelle thing, and my focus is definitely not so much on the customers of La Poubelle. I'm more into targeting Scientologists or their enablers, which is the owners of La Poubelle for sure. But I'm a little less confrontational when it comes to just customer types. Here we go. We got some of some regulars. Hello, how's it going?
Oh, how are you? Nice haircut.
Thank you.
Great to see
Oh, you can
you.
even see it under the hat.
Look what we
Nice.
got here. The man of the hour.
You can say you don't remember.
I don't remember.
Davey Mismanaged.
No, for like savior,
Oh,
but it
okay.
sounds so Jesus-y
Savior.
because you saved me.
Oh.
That's why I was trying to. But like
I
savior
just
sounded so
showed up
Jesus-y.
like anybody else would.
No, my protector is what I meant.
Hello.
So nice to see you all.
Great to see this scene. So
Everyone's saying Davey.
I was seeing you. I saw the live stream earlier where you guys were in the van. Then I looked and like you weren't here anymore. But then that was DOA. So where he went to Laura's or something?
They went to go get some supplies,
Oh, okay.
like art supplies and stuff,
Art supplies. Yeah, because he keeps
and
getting
like
rid stuff.
sound supplies.
He started. Yeah, I saw Odo ripping down his signs earlier today. I saw the swatting. Yes, more swatting. Like,
oh my gosh, you can see me like. I needed to.
I only saw you guys after the swatting, like driving around. I saw some of that.
Okay.
She never had them, that's why she got them.
Chichicana.
Oh, have I met her in person? I see.
You might have met her last time
I know that
when
name in my
like
chat.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, she's always in all the chats.
All
But
right.
yeah, she
I
said she was
recognize the
going to
name
come
for
and
sure.
visit,
Cool.
and so.
Well, will you introduce me in person?
Oh
sometime?
yeah,
I'd love to meet her in
No, you'll
person.
love her.
She's
really
I recognize
fun.
that handle as being very helpful.
Yeah.
You guys know who he's talking about? Awesome. Well, yesterday people were really receptive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, have a good night. Thank you. These are people we talked to already on the way in.
Right. Yeah, it's like
I'm surprised they don't have the prosthetic for him. They do make them for animals.
Leah talked to Danny, guys. Leah talks to Danny.
Oh, did she?
Yes. Well, tell us more.
What's up with Danny?
Danny got arrested today.
Right,
They
I saw
just like
something about
swept
it.
him away
For
for
no explanation, really, or what?
This guy like was ramming his scooter at him, and like I'm not sure how accurate this is, but what I heard is that they swept Dan. Then they took him. I jogged on foot to the Hollywood station. Saw Leah there. She said they're at the Glendale station, so I hopped in with Leah. We went to the Glendale station, and as me, Leah, and Jessica are approaching the Glendale station, I like jokingly, wasn't funny, but I was like, wouldn't it be horrible if we came up here and the gates were down and the doors were locked? The doors were locked. And
Yeah, and this isn't some like 2 a.m. thing.
no,
Yeah,
and the hours are posted, and they just like there's people there and they're ignoring us, and so tell us.
but he
more.
was at that station.
So I don't know. I'm about to hear now. We left Leah and Jess together, and then DOA and Laura and I came here to
Right,
trying to
okay.
find out more. I'll let you guys know when I find out more. Thanks, Leah.
The drama, the suspense.
Yeah, there were like police on the roof, like peeking over the roof, like
Oh,
4 of them
God.
at us at a DOA's van.
I didn't even know Glendale police were paid off as much as Hollywood, you know. Maybe they got a bribe sharing pool.
I was wondering why the Glendale was there on Hollywood. No? Are they not supposed to be interacting with
Well, I mean, I guess they interact, but you know,
jurisdiction thing would be an issue like that?
I mean, if he got busted in the over the line of Glendale, then
No, he was at the Blue Building. I was there when he got arrested.
oh, and they just took him to Glendale
Yeah, you know
for
where
the hell of it.
Scientology sign is?
Yeah,
Right? Right across the street.
no way.
Sitting just like that.
And then they just take him to Glendale.
Yeah, they take him to Glendale. That
It was
interesting.
maybe the cops were based in Glendale or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know. That was weird.
I shouldn't be making excuses for their bullshit, though. You know.
That because the cop they arrest, well, the sergeant or whoever he was with all the stripes, he even waved to me when he stopped by. I waved back, thinking
Right.
something just they were just passing by, and next thing you know, there goes Danny.
Weird.
Yeah, and he throws his phone, make sure we got his phone.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
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 Everybody's so
He's
trained
learning
at
now, I
that,
guess.
you know.
Yeah. So it's good to get those hard cases for your phones in case you have to throw it. It saves your phone.
Now people are saying that selling drugs in here is a long, well-known thing. Okay. Yeah, well, if she's not a Scientologist, you know, you got to remember, like, Danny Masterson is the famous guy. So when you wonder, like, well, it's not just the Scientology angle. This is Hollywood. People kiss up to the famous. And if you have a famous TV star that is making your restaurant his regular spot, you know, that has some value. I'm going to go check out the Celebrity Center because it's more my style anyway, and we can't let them think that we are losing focus on the real culprits here. Scientology, okay, La Poubelle is part of the story, but only as it pertains to Scientology and Scientologists. Otherwise, La Poubelle is nothing to us. But this place, this is the place where Danny's crimes were not dealt with. This is the place of enabling people like Danny. Enablers, enablers. Hi, enabler. Do not harm a person of goodwill when they report Danny Masterson's crimes to you. Please? When a woman comes and makes that kind of accusation, it is harmful to tell them to figure out whether they perpetrated the same crime in a past life. Hey, maybe they did, but this life is this life. Okay? You don't go to jail for your past life crimes, and you don't enable the people who are harming innocent victims by making it all about, oh, how did you pull it in? Hey, I believe in manifestation like the next person. MB, NOK. Är det norska kronor där? NOK, that's my guess. Norska kronor. Tack så mycket för dina norska kronor. Gotta thank the Norwegians in Swedish. Hope that that's not too much of a sign of disrespect. Oh my God. The jasmine smell here is like overpowering. It's really intense. Something must be blooming or something. Author Services and Miss Cabot. Well, Author Services is on Hollywood Boulevard over by La Brea. Is there another Author or is that another thing? Where am I smelling all this amazingness coming from? Is Danny Masterson still a member? We need clarification, right, MB? Has Danny Masterson been declared? Well, I saw Aaron, I thought it was yesterday, maybe today, where he was saying, it really pisses him off that everybody says Danny Masterson has been declared and kicked out and all that. Because he's like, no, that's just like one person that said that. Has Danny Masterson been declared a suppressive person? We need an answer. Has Danny Masterson been declared a suppressive person? If he has, I'm sure you would report it with joy and triumph and like, see? But obviously, Danny Masterson is still a Scientologist in good standing. Isn't that amazing? Even though you've known about his crimes for over 2 decades? Remember Danny Masterson's victims. Remember Danny Masterson's victims. Have you forgotten them already? I bet Danny's thinking about them every day in his new forever home. We will be back to the bell of poop soon enough, but again, we must keep an eye on the true culprits. They cannot think that we have forgotten them because of the misdeeds of a restaurant, right? Yeah, close that door, change your mind. Don't come out here. You might want to try something else. You might want to give up. Has Danny Masterson been declared a suppressive person? Hello? Yeah, I wiped the lens off just a second ago. I'll give it another swipe. I was noticing a lot of glare even after I did it, so hopefully my gimbal's not going to go berserk now, but there we go. See if that made it better. All the brightness and different lights. Thanks, Michelle and Reese. Yeah. So this door opened like somebody was going to come out, but then magically upon my, oh yeah, it does look better, but you still see, see, they went out that way. Yep. So tricky, so tricky. What a brilliant strategy. You did it. They did it. Are you guys all proud? Foiled again. Oh no. Have I been foiled again? And now they're playing music there. Oh yeah. That'll definitely work. Play your Scientology music. Play that funky Scientology music, white boy. Yeah. So I wonder how, are the parking lots connected? What is the deal? But yes, we need to keep an eye, and we need to let them know. We don't forget. Muzak for Glarzok, that's right. But Glarzok likes things a little bit more original. And the thing is, their music is lame, and it's not going to work. Your what do you call them? Your copyright takedowns Always fail. They always fail. All we have to do, what? If I make like $3 off of this, you're going to freeze it for, you're going to freeze my video for 10 days maybe, and then, oh no, I missed like a $2 payment max. That's gonna really mess me up, you guys. It's gonna really bust the budget this month, all of your musical interludes. And the thing is, it just shows the weakness of the Scientologists, that they have to take countermeasures. Thank you for acknowledging my measure. Oh, closing the door again as I approach. Right, that means somebody else chickened out on their exit. And then they will go over to that side and exit instead. Yeah, whatever, dudes. I really don't care. It's not that exciting of an event to see a car drive by. But, you know, I will film it just because you guys don't like it. Danny Masterson is a Scientologist. Right? There is no evidence to the contrary. See, there they go, out that door. Yay! Oh my God, what an escape. You must be so proud of your James Bond powers over there. Chichicana, yeah, well, there's, this street heading towards Hollywood Boulevard oftentimes is a good one, or the other way up towards the hills. But yeah, it's a hard neighborhood to find parking on the weekends for sure. It definitely is, because it's just like mainly a residential neighborhood. And so, yeah, they don't, there's not a lot of like parking lots or anything like that around right in the vicinity here. So, good luck finding a spot. Anyway. Yeah, see all those streaks of lights? That's after cleaning the lens. So, sorry, but, you know, hope you enjoy the effect. So what's up over here? What's up with all these shiny, happy people? Hey, I know that van. Maybe I should wait till it's actually... Hey, hey! We got DOA and Laura FM right there. Coming up on the protest of the evening. Perfect timing for Chichicana. And well, it sure as hell must be pretty late in Norway, so I guess you're up late, binging out on anti-Scientology protesting. Good thing to do for insomnia. Ah! Don't hit me! And here we go, back to the growing crowds of enthusiastic. Scientology is a cult. And you know what I find really interesting? The people that use the word cult the most when they're talking about Scientology are the ex-Scientologists. The rest of us who never were in Scientology, I find that we use it slightly less. Overly tired now? Yeah, well, just let me soothe you to sleep. Although DOA and his bullhorn might be slightly less soothing than me. So, and it looks like he has a plan. It looks like he has a communication strategy brewing. Here he goes. Nice, nice. This is what we want more of. What a legend. Hey, what's happening to my kind of hard to get it hard to get it sharp when it's zoomed in like that. So hey, Noel's gig 111. I like your numbers. That's my birthday, 111. Okay. About time for 30 police cars to show up completely uselessly. Where are the 30 police cars? Come on, people, you're not representing your corruption. And he returns to a hero's welcome. Oh, you've been seeing triple numbers. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it's like 1111, sometimes it's like 111. I get the triple and the quadruple. 222, all those different things. I'm not really that much of a numerology guy, but I'm always willing to listen, you know. I definitely know astrology very well, very well. But numerology, not so much. Oh, they got art supplies. They definitely stocked up. So, Franklin and Bronson here. We got the heart of Franklin Village, which doesn't really consist of that much. But for LA, it's a nice little walking kind of neighborhood where you can actually... 222 is the first? Okay. Let me see what you said about astrology. Yeah, astrology's good stuff. I've gotten pretty deeply into that, and you know, hey, hola, what's up?
How are you?
Good to see you. What's your name again?
Mike.
Mike.
Hi. How are you?
How was the drive? You finally you got parking down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I go a lot of times.
All right.
I'll either go there or, you know, just around this whole neighborhood up here. I used to stay here when I would come from New York, right here in this neighborhood. So I learned a little bit about the parking because I'd show up at like 10 o'clock at night and like all my bags, and then I'd park way down by the 101 down there and then have to drag everything up the hill, you know. but started learning that stuff. Yeah, DOA just showed up, so
Oh, okay.
perfect timing. So nice.
It's art
Oh,
supplies.
thank you.
are
Art
so welcome.
supplies.
Yes.
I'm feeling more artistic as we go on. Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
You see you got swatted again?
Yeah, I was watching that. Yeah.
So messed up, man.
Right.
It's like there has to be a moment where the cops are like, we're getting pumped out here, right? And where they're just like, we can't do this anymore. Like the cops have to turn a corner at some point
Right.
and realize how dumb they're looking.
How we get away with. I know every time they put a helicopter up in the air in our city, it's like $7,000.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and they're doing this knowing that it could be fake. I don't understand if that's just.
Oh, they totally know. Like that one on Jessica where they're like, yeah, it's probably a swatting call, right? Like they totally knew. That didn't stop them from showing up with, 8 cars or whatever the hell it was,
And I guess they took his Davey's fingerprints after they admitted that he was the victim of a swatting. And they still had him held for at least 2
They had to have already had his fingerprints from when he was in jail for 5 days.
I don't know why they were doing that. Either that or they were like swabbing the fingers. I don't
Or
know.
it's just intimidation.
LAPD
Just intimidation. Just make it seem more official. Make you worry for that split second. Like, oh, what does that mean? What are they going to do next? Like, oh, does that mean it's an arrest? Does that, just to make you feel insecure about what's going on. I'm sure it's just that when it comes down to it. But, yeah, so, yeah, I just very thrillingly got a super chat from Norway. MB. I think I've known your name before, MB, but I had a little email exchange, I believe, with one of the Norwegians, and she lives really close to, like when I was 10 years old, I went to Norway and stayed with these relatives, and then we went to this country house of some relative, and it was pretty close to where this person lives, and so I started naming some places like, oh, my grandfather was from there, and this and that, and she's like, oh yeah, those people are stuck up over there, I'm like, oh shit, I'm sure they weren't in 1907, right? Like, have you ever seen, MB knows this, oh my God, it's this show where it's like people start coming from the past, and it's in Norway, right? All of a sudden these people start coming out of the water, and it's like, what the hell is the name? It's a play on word with time and like immigrants, it's something, I can't remember the name of it. I'll email it when I think of it.
Time bandits, right?
No. But anyway, so these people start coming out of the water, and they're speaking like ancient Norwegian, like from the Vikings time, and then they're like, what are you saying? They think it's like Icelandic, because Icelandic is kind of like Viking language, kind of the closest thing. And so they find a guy that's Icelandic or whatever. He's like, that's not Icelandic. That's like Golden Horse. Like a dead language, right? Okay. So then it turns into like, see if anybody gave us the answer. The Beforeigners. That's what it is. The Beforeigners. That's it. Yeah. Everybody watch the Beforeigners. It's really, really well done.
So they come out of the water.
So they,
instead of
all of a
walking
sudden, it's like these people are like drowning in the water. Somebody rescues them, and then they come out and they're just talking this weird language, right? So they have 3 groups as it comes out, where can we make him 10? Okay. They want to make Xenu 10 now. They want to demote Xenu? Oh my God. Like Scientology isn't already messing with his whole reputation. So what it ends up being is like the first group is like literally like cavemen. The second group is like Viking, but kind of when they're just becoming Christian. So it's like in that. And then the third group is these 1800s people that are like smoking pipes and wearing fancy clothes and speaking this like formal language, whatever. And so now Norway has to deal with this immigrant issue, which is funny because it makes it like a whole immigrant thing. But then the people, they're like, the immigrants themselves are like, hey, we were here before you, you know? And this one guy is this badass, like, caveman guy who becomes like a crime boss, you know, because he's such a badass. And he's sitting there, like, he answers the door naked when somebody comes to visit and is like, hey, what's up, you know? And then, because, you know, for these guys, like 3 days ago, he was a caveman, right? It wasn't like time passed. It was like he woke up one day, he's in the modern world, right? And so he's like pointing, he's on this hill and he's showing all this stuff, and he's like, once upon a time there was this guy who came here and like he hunted bears and moose and he built a little thing right there and lived in it and survived, and that's me, man. This is all mine. Right? It's really interesting. And then eventually, like, there's this girl who's like becomes a cop, but she's from the Viking era. So she like totally can sword fight. She's like a total badass. It's really cool. So, okay, well, we didn't lose all of you talking about the Beforeigners. Okay. I'm going to talk about what interests me. Fuck it. Right? That's what you got to do. So, yeah. Norway's like the richest country now. It's like... they got so much oil and like hardly any population, so they all get to split like billions and billions. Yeah. So what was the drive, like 2 hours? Oh, okay.
We picked up traffic when we get to
That usually does happen. Like when you leave here and you start heading south on the 101, usually like you go like 1 or 2 exits, you just cruising. Oh, maybe it's gonna be good today, and then you hit that shit every time, like every time. Yeah. It always gives you that false hope, though.
it
Right?
does.
Yes. But then you see somebody who figures out they're more of a genius than everybody else who just sees the shoulder.
Yeah. I've gotten enough flat tires to mess with that, you know. Like, I was going, for a while there, I was getting a flat tire like once a week. And I was just like, okay, I can't afford like going in and spending $35 every year or something. So I'm just getting my tires fixed.
It was the original Fast Pass, though, right?
That dude looks like he has a mission. He's on a mission. Yeah. He's a little bit like Odo's goofy big brother or something, you know.
And he's so robotic. I have a joke with my friend that we call him Odo Cop. You know, eyes are what gets me.
Yeah.
He really has his PRs.
I am, but I'm not on there.
I mean, and to, you know, like, every now and then I have to remind myself, like, no, they really believe this shit. Like, you know, because I'm kind of always messing with them, like, hey, we all know this is bullshit. But actually, they don't. And that, you know, you got to remind yourself every now and then, like, oh, they really believe it. They're not like, oh, we're scamming everybody, we're getting over, you know. They really believe this bullshit, you know. And when you hear ones that were in, and they talk about how they totally believed it the whole time, and even after they got out, it took them a long time to, like, catch up to reality, you know. It's so, like, oh shit, right.
It's just wild. How wild it is. I wonder how many people do OT3 and that's when they start questioning. I don't know how anybody could.
Well, because they build it. The thing is, you know, like, a lot of counseling that I do with clients, it's all about, like, you got to build the framework, you know, like, you got to build the fencing before you even buy the cows, you know, right? You know, and so it's like how you construct that determines everything, right? So one of the things that they construct with that is Scientology works whether you believe it or not. So you believing it is not a necessary part of the process. Just do it. Just shut the fuck up and do it. Right? And so you get to OT3 and you're like, I don't believe this. And they're like, we don't care about you believing it. Just do it. And then you'll see that it works, and then, you know, you'll believe it and whatever, right? But it just like the way when I was doing these live streams where I was looking at the first steps where they start explaining antisocial personalities. They start setting up SPs from day one.
Yes.
You know, and at first it's like, oh, you know, there just happens to be 20% of the world is antisocial. They don't even know it or whatever. The king. Hail to the king. Got to break out that royalty energy on us. I got to get one of those, man. My life is incomplete without a royal cape.
It takes a while.
Okay, people out in camera land, do you know how much self-control sometimes it takes to not follow some of the most beautiful women I've seen in a couple months as they walk by, and to keep the camera pointed at that dude? Okay, so give me some self-control credit, because that chick in that sparkly dress was looking very nice, and I controlled myself. I didn't get a whiplash. I didn't follow with my camera. I did not enable a La Poubelle patron by noting her gorgeousness. Squirrel, that's right.
You're welcome. We got to 10K subscribers today.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Oh, somebody else got a little generous and friendly on me. Thank you, thank you. Why are my MB Nick, YouTube bribe, and yeah, millions. I know. Out of all your millions and millions of kroner, or what, however you say in Norwegian, kroner, something like that. Thank you so much, MB. And oh, NB Nick. I said Nick. It's NOK. Norska kroner. Squirrel Squad. Pearl Snappy. Hello. My favorite Austinite. Pearl Snappy. Hey, Pearl Snappy, have you been down to Kill Tony? I've said that many times on here.
Are you talking about Tony Hinchcliffe?
Yeah, Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, what about him?
Well, I was telling Pearl Snappy, like, go down there because...
So where, Austin?
Well, she's in Austin. So Pearl Snappy's the woman making things happen in Austin like no other.
She just wants to go see the show?
No. No, what I'm saying is, like, there's all these comedians at the Kill Tony show that are waiting in the alley to possibly go on. What a great place to recruit trolls for Scientology, for our work. Right? You got hundreds of comedians wanting to be on camera. Seems like a no-brainer to me, right, Pearl Snappy?
Did you go see the Kill Tony show when it was here at the Comedy Store?
No, I've never been to it live.
You just know because of the podcast.
The podcast, the YouTube show. Yeah. But I mean, you know, there's like all these people that are in the alley waiting to see if their name gets pulled.
I feel a little
Oh, let's see. You need to. Yay! Right. Because I don't know if you know Kill Tony, but it's the biggest live internet program in the world. And they have like 200 comedians hanging out in an alley, like waiting to go, you know. So they're all looking for stage time, and you got a big stage, so drag them all over to Scientology, and you know, you could actually film them doing their stand-up right there in front of Scientology. Oh, here we go. Our friend, hi, we love you. Yeah, I mean.
Whisper a secret into your ear.
Uh-oh.
Push that far away.
Can you hold this for a second? I gotta hear a secret.
It's so funny. I love awesome person.
Oh, awesome.
With your kids.
Hi, Pearl Snappy. I love your streams.
Oh, wow. No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
All right, that's
funny.
it.
Okay.
Balloons.
Oh, I got juicy information that nobody's ever going to hear about. Okay. Because I'm that way. Because I do not betray my friends' confidence. But very cool information. So, yeah. Pearl Snappy, you should definitely sign up for Kill Tony. All you need to do is 1 minute of stand-up, and all you need to do is get up there and say, I've been protesting Scientology, and do crowd work from there. Like, you wouldn't even have to have a prepared minute, probably. Just start talking shit about Scientology for a minute, and the crowd will be roaring, guaranteed. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm glad I'm glad you're here, and I mentioned it, and yeah, because that is like a nuclear arsenal for Pearl Snappy, that Austin comedy crowd. And yeah, I could imagine an upcoming career in comedy as well. The F Sciento Troll Professional. You are. I am in awe of your work, and I just can't wait for the Hollywood Testing Center to reopen so we can have more fun over there, because, you know, it's so fun being able to involve. Okay, I've wiped my lens twice so far, and it doesn't seem to be helping that much, but I'm glad to do it again. The gimbal might go a little berserk, so I apologize in advance, but
I can't wait for that one day we're just lucky enough to sit out here and watch Ashley.
is that better? I wiped it. Give me some feedback. Has it improved it? I mean, some of this stuff, you know, we have a lot of very bright lights all over the place. So we get certain streakage from that. But let me know if it helped, please. And we have more public participation in this matter today. That's a very nice thing, because it's the rare person in public. Pretty much the same. Sorry. I mean, if you look at certain things, you can tell it's really clear, at least from here. Okay, much better for you. Okay, we have differing opinions, but a lot of it is the bright lights that give the light streaks, the light streak effect, whatever you call it. Because I mean, it looks perfectly clear over here on my side of the thing, but so anyway, I guess they thought they could use the technique of music to stop us. Victoria with a Y. I love that spelling of Victoria. Very cool. True blue, baby, I love you. Artistic creation, self-expression happening in a very nice. Oh man. Thanks, Victoria. What kind of spelling is that? Is that like Slavic or something, or is that just hippie parents being creative? Whenever I see spellings like that, my first thing is to think probably some Slavic alternative. Hippie parents, there we go. Okay. I asked a kid with, oh, now it's getting, okay. Something's going on with the automatic focusing, probably just because of different colored lights, whatever. Irish and Indian, okay. That doesn't sound very Slavic to me at all. No, not quite a bit. Irish and Indian. Well, that'll get rid of a lot of inbreeding. Mixing the Irish and the Indians, that's like a fresh, clean slate, man. That's beautiful. Especially beneficial for the Irish, I would say. And here comes the squirrels. There we go. Squirrel power on display in Hollywood, California. That's right. Hey, good luck, MB, and thank you. And I hope you get some sleep. Sov gott där i Norge.
Stop streaming, lady. Like you're happy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Aaron? Eric.
The journalist. Oh,
Davey
sorry.
mismanaged.
Nice. I got it. Even.
Yeah, I had to work on the. Here we go. Get a little joint.
How's your night going?
Eric.
Eric, yeah.
Eric, yeah. Well, we were just talking about Norwegians, so that's fitting.
The guy, Andres, was it Helgeland? He was a big.
Right,
Yeah.
he just died recently. Yeah. He's the one that helped Tori Magoo wake up.
Stupid word or not?
Yeah, he ran that. I remember reading his website.
Yeah. Was he the Operation Clam Bake?
Yeah, that's him. Dude.
That's him. Okay.
Your nasty ego.
He,
No, I remember because Tori said something like, "How could you be free if you can't hear the other side?" or something.
Wow.
Like he just said one sentence to her, and it just was like epiphany moment.
Really?
Instantly. Yeah, it was like like they were in a dialogue, and they were going back, and she was still a Scientologist. And I might be getting it a little wrong. This is like 20-year-old memory or whatever, but yeah. And then like she just ended up being like, yeah, he kind of has a point. What the hell, or like it was something about if you can't change your mind. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what it was. Like, like kind of like if they don't like you anymore because you just changed your mind.
wow.
What's up with that? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, he dropped out one extra sentence.
I don't know how much longer I'm staying today. My stomach is in knots. And,
Okay.
But I just wanted to tell you.
Breaking news.
Update. Danny, it's no bail, enhanced to a hate crime.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that it's a robbery, attempted robbery of the scooter, a hate crime, possibly because the guy was elderly, so elderly.
Right, handicapped, whatever. Yeah.
And that it's going to be Tuesday court date, so 5 nights.
Oh my God. That's what they like to do, man. They like to get you on a weekend and prolong the jail time as much as possible.
To make them suffer, even if they know that everyone will see videos and see that it wasn't right.
Okay, we need to get the ACLU on this.
What can people do? Help my chat know if there's anything that can be done.
Call the ACLU. Do we have his last name? Can we broadcast his information? Let's see.
Hey, Kirsty, is it like how does everyone feel about saying his last name just because of to be able to call the ACLU and
Hi.
help? Is that something that you really would want? Please ask and let us know. We just don't want to do
Because the
anything
thing is,
against
this
their
is,
preference.
I mean, it all comes from a free, I mean, was he protesting at the time?
We were protesting.
Okay.
Well, we were protesting, and the guy was spying on us, and so
The guy on the scooter.
the guy on the scooter was spying on us, and
Okay.
he tried to hit DOA with the scooter. He was like trying to hit DOA with the scooter. I got it on tape.
Okay.
And then he went over to the other end of the block, and then we thought he completely left, and I was like, okay guys, I'm gonna go back to my car, bye. And I went over and was like, oh, the guy is still there. Will someone walk me? And so several of them, Danny included, walked with me, and you'll see in the video, I'm like, excuse me, sir. Like he's like walking with the scooter the whole sidewalk. Excuse me, you're blocking the scooter. Pardon, we're just trying to get by. And he like to Danny, scooted it at Danny to hit Danny with it, and that Danny got out of the way, and they're like, "Whoa!" You like.
And Danny didn't even grab the scooter, nothing.
Nothing. All of it on film from many angles. So
Yeah, it's going to be another drop charge.
But meanwhile, the harm is done. That he's been in.
This needs to be like a class action.
Like at this point,
Action.
class action. Is that possible for all the different things?
Well, that's what a class. It's when you have different people with the undergoing the same treatment, right? Then they form a class. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I'm halfway pulling it out of my ass, but you know, it's. But yeah, there has to be something linking them. But the fact is, if Scientology and the LAPD were on trial together, that could be really helpful to this. Well, but I'm saying it's a conspiracy thing. It could even be a RICO. It could be a RICO crime, because if you have two entities conspiring against freedom of speech in a coordinated way, more educating the public. I like the way we go from this whole conversation to like telling one person about La Poubelle. It's pretty awesome, you know. It's like we go from plotting, scheming, strategizing to educating, and back to having fun. That is a crazy story. Yeah, they're just trying to make it a pain in the ass so everybody has to sit in jail like DOA, and you got to sit in jail for a few nights. Most people don't really want to deal with that. And he is killing it over there. Well, you guys, I'm going to do a short one tonight, so thanks so much. If anybody would still like to like or subscribe, please do. I would love it. But I will be back tomorrow with more, and I will see you then. Thanks for being here, and let me just give you bye-bye.